Hello, friends. I have a special present. Uh, I I was sent another robot fanfiction. I am really excited about this because you guys know I really enjoy these. Before I even start, if you would like to make your own, you absolutely can. If you go to it's fanficmaker.com. And it is a machine, it's a program that writes fanfics. This was sent to my subreddit by Babbsy-kun. So this is... I'm already excited because I never know where these are going to go. Let's see what this wonderful story is. This is Skyrim 4, The Revenge of Naziim by Luna. Again, we know this is a machine, so... Author here. I hope you enjoy my fic. I put a lot of my blood into it. Not literal, lol. Also remember to check out my other work. Skyrim, Lydia, and Jarl Ulfric have a sex. They have a sex, just one. Skyrim relaxation. Skyrim 101 uses for for knackers? What? Skyrim Naziim discovers orange. Skyrim Luna meets Jarl Ulfric, an interview I did. This story might cross over with some of those, so be sure to read them all first, just in case. I'll wait. Okay, let's go, lol. Lydia stopped and gazed into space. Oh no, it was happening. She couldn't help thinking about Astrid again. She tried not to, desperate to avoid the thoughts that could not be, no, would not be, held back. But like dozens of unstoppable henchmen, they came creeping forward till they filled her brain. Astrid's smile shined like gold, and impressive as as impressive as an SUV. It filled the skyscraper, and Lydia was helplessly but willingly absorbed into them. I'm so confused. Astrid's eyes were like cricket balls. If you rolled them, they would go quite far. Almost as lovely as mine. Lol. Our author's note. Arthur's note. That's what I almost said. Astrid's legs were like a lamppost, straight and tight. Mine are best though, lol, author's note. Astrid's chest was like a robot's. Powerful and impossible to ignore. For the purposes of this story, I'm going to pretend that Astrid's aren't as good as mine, author's note. Okay. How could Lydia not be helpless in the face of that? I mean, sure, Lydia and Astrid had sex with each other before, when they met at a club once, but it was just a casual thing, one of many that night. Lydia snapped out of it, but the thoughts of Astrid would be back. Would she be able to resist next time? This is the spice story of our hero and how they found the creepy. What? Interlude. Lydia was finding it really hard to concentrate at this movement. Her thoughts kept trying to think of Astrid despite what was happening. It was hard to focus. Lydia woke up next to Jarl Ulfric. Just because. Naziim is back. My spider sense is tingling. If he is back, then he must be a zombie. Good thinking. Suddenly Luna came in quickly. Naziim is back. He has killed Astrid and Bellathor. Oh, bugger, said Lydia. The scream was heard for hundreds of miles, echoing into the sadness of the black dark nighttime air in the atmosphere. He is trying to enslave Skyrim. You must know one thing, one vital important fact. That will be his fatal weakness. You must know this, okay? Pay careful attention and take note, for if you fail to listen, the consequences will be terrible. Listen well to my word. His Achilles heel. In order to defeat Naziim, you must... At that moment, Luna dropped dead on the floor. The poison she was secretly given the day before finally killed her. Her guts feel out of her, staining the carpet and making the nearby mobile phone messy. "No," said our hero. "No," she repeated in an upset tone of voice. "She was my friend. I am very upset." There, Lydia. Jarl Ulfric patted Lydia on the back. "That's better." "Thanks, smiley face." "Look, she has something in her hand." Lydia ripped open the flesh from the hand, spraying blood everywhere. Inside was a secret encrypted coded note. "The Game Boy will destroy the knickers as the computer mouse of evil returns." What? "This must be a clue. Let's go. The game is afoot." Author's note. "This is more goth than usually, but I like it this way. You will too, because it's awesome." It looked like Naziim had sought Lydia out, ever since Lydia's parents told her that she was, in fact, a half-vampire, or Dhampir. She had feared being discovered by Naziim, especially after Lydia remembered the terrible secret of her past. Luna looked with concern at Lydia. "I thought she was dead." "What is wrong, Lydia?" Lydia did not answer her. She turned on one of her newfound sexual vampire powers and listened to Naziim's commands. What? Naziim was commanding his lackeys to search Lydia out. After villain and harshly interrogated and, it's one word, tortured and flayed their skin of their bones, Naziim had discovered the truth behind Lydia, and he told his henchmen that he had. "I have discovered the secret behind Lydia's percentage," Naziim told his henchmen. His lackeys smiled wickedly and took their weapons and rushed into the shopping center, leaving behind a bloody trail of dead and mutilated bodies. They had no concern for any of the shops. Fortunately, the color of spilled blood matched the goth clothes, so they could be resold. What? Lydia and Luna and Jarl Ulfric fought like lions that were fighting amongst each other for the last scrap of meat, and managed to defecate most of the henchmen. But then, Naziim stepped forward and spoke. "I know your secret." Then Jarl Ulfric said, "How do you know about Lydia being a half-vampire?" Author's note. "Or Dhampir. Really?" Naziim laughed and said, "You just told me, but also, I read it on Lydia's Facebook." What the fuck is this story? Lydia gasped. She thought that he had posted it for friends only and not public. Lydia had to be careful with his privacy because they keep changing the time. Author's note. Ugh, so annoying. But Naziim did nothing but launching. Naziim then said, "But that is not what I had discovered." Oh no! Both Jarl Ulfric and Luna gasped, and Lydia could only think the of. They did not know the truth, that Lydia was really wrapped by Naziim before Lydia even knew of Naziim's name. "I know that it was you so long ago, who I assaulted before me, and did everything that I had wanted to do with a fine, pretty piece of meat like you." "Oh no!" gasped Luna, and she felt really bad for Lydia, because even though she knew that Lydia did not love her and was really depressed, she didn't expect this. And Jarl Ulfric was also shocked because he knew the Astrid and Belethor knew a great secret that he did not know. He didn't still know was going to be this kind of a secret. Cool. Lydia felt very depressed all of the sudden. She lost the will to fight and dropped her weapon before Naziim, and Villain laughed loudly. Naziim then said, "I have you now under my omplet spell." Like I had that so long ago. Author's note. I wanted a cliffhanger here, but I'm so excited to share the next. But if story with you, if you're going to love it so much, I'll print it out and try to publish it. But not without my permission. Cool. We're almost there. I can sense it. She walked around, stopping where it hurt the most, turned and moved forward. You are in great pain. Must you do this yourself? Said Luna. Yes, I must. I must endure this. I must head towards the pain. It's the only way of finding him. So they proceeded. This went on for some time. And they walked about for a bit, stopping outside of a tall space elevator. I'm sorry, space alleviator. I read that wrong. Naziim, he is here, said Lydia. And they entered. There were lots of minions. So they swung back their trench coats and murder-sided them with their concealed throwing knives of awesome. Knifices of awesome, sorry. They stepped over the dead bodies and made their way forward, past the blood and the guts that sprayed the walls moments before. Astrid vomited in disgusted blood came out. Okay, he's sure to be in the penthouse. Sweet his cave network. What? Said Belethor, pressing the correct elevator button. The elevator went up a few floors. Suddenly, there was a bang on the roof. Down! Shouted Astrid. And they did. Which was just as well, because seconds later, the hatch opened and a couple of highwaymans with wands pirouetted down. Oh god, what are we gonna do? Said Jarl Ulfric. We've got to think fast, said Belethor. Okay. I know you don't like violence, Lydia, but you have to do this. Do it for me. Please, said Luna. Lydia thought about all the people she had murdered recently because of her fate. She doesn't like violence, but she killed a whole bunch of people. Okay, you're right. I know we have to fight him, said Lydia, who did a massive, mighty super karate kick just as the first soldier landed. But it missed! Fortunately, Luna was there to catch Lydia and did a turbo ninja kick in return, causing boobs to bounce, which knocked them unconscious. What the fuck am I even reading? Nice work, but it's not over yet! A massive troll appeared, but they killed him. Ding! They reached the floor. And then, at the worst possible moment, it happened. Again. Lydia gazed at Astrid. It was impossible to resist this time. Like a horse and carriage, Lydia was pulled towards Astrid. It was a coup de grace in a war. It was like a Weebly revolver piercing through her heart and other regions of the body. It was like magnets. There was no resisting, no mercy, no pants. No longer anything else mattered. Astrid looked shocked and then, not shocked. She had known all along, of course. How could Lydia have been so stupid? Those long looks at each other, the times they gazed at the stars together, the candlelit dinners, the steamy showers. It wasn't just friendship. It never was. It was more, and Astrid had known all along. I knew, Astrid said. Oh, Lydia said, realizing this for the first time. But there was more! Astrid wasn't pulling away. She was pushing tighter, holding Lydia like wild crustaceans. What? At some point, their clothes came off. They got ripped off in the process of the passioning. Cool. She did not care. This is what she needed for so long. Too long. Maybe more. But this was now. Lydia and Astrid together at last. They canoodled like lovers and made love with their naughty bits. As one does. They took turns inserting their bits into each other, and Lydia inserted her bit into Astrid, and then Astrid inserted her bit into Lydia, and they repeated this a few times. Cool. Afterwards, when they finished cleaning their bits, they looked at each other for the first time, and then had a cigarette. But they knew they must leave. They didn't want anyone to see. The forbidden love must remain hidden for now, perhaps forever. Lydia took one last look at Astrid. Goodbye, my snuggly one. Love you too, my one and only Lydia. And then they departed. So you have come, said a voice booming from the sky. An eagle appeared above them. Naziim laughed at them from it. Ha 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 ha! I could gun you all down from here with my machete. That's how that works. But I'd rather do this personal style. He leapt down and landed on the far side of the rooftop. Ready, he said, still laughing. Lydia removed her shirt and flexed her abs. I am ready. I was born ready. With that, they leapt at each other, metaphorical guns blazing, which were littoral pulse pistols. I kill you dead! Naziim headbutted Lydia in the chest. Blood splashed on the floor. Lydia fell backwards in pain, punching a few times before crashing to the ground. Ha 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 ha! Laughed Naziim. You could never have defeated me, so why did you even try? I had to, for all that's good and just in the world. Well, now you will die. Goodbye. Naziim leaned over Lydia, holding his penis. What? Quick, Lydia, use this, said Luna, chucking a nearby lamp towards Lydia. Lydia grabbed it and chucked it towards Naziim hard, knocking him backwards, off the edge of the tall bungalow they were on. Goodbye, Naziim. Have a nice fall. Arg! Splat! Some blood sprayed up and got on them. We are safe now. He fell to a certain doom. Jarl Ulfric and Bellathor got out of the Connor where they were cuddling. What? Thank you. You saved us all. Don't mention it. But then Naziim appeared. He had landed in his blimp that was nearby. I'll get you next time. I'll get you all. To be continued. I don't know what the hell I just read, but it was magical. Oh god, these robot fanfictions are getting weirder every single time. I don't know how that's even possible. How is it so good at mimicking bad fanfiction? That's incredible. This is honestly impressive. This is the reason why robots will take over. I mean, not in like any kind of major, rule the world kind of sense. I mean, they're going to be the ones writing bad fanfiction. Which I'm okay with, honestly. Thank you, Beep Boop. You wrote a wonderful story. Thank you again to Babbsy-kun for submitting this. This is really good. And thank you all for being here. If you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It does something. I don't know, YouTube. But if you'd like to support this channel, I got a Ko-Fi, I got a merch store. Links to all that and more are down below. And if you want to write your own weird stories, or your own crazy fanfic stories, or anything like that, send it to me on my subreddit, r/Moonhorse Stories. I'll definitely check it out. Thank you all for being here. I love you all. Goodbye!